Hello everyone! In today's video, we'll be practicing an IELTS listening test, designed in an academic style, but with a fun twist. This test is based on the popular movie called Tremors. That means, while improving your listening skills for the IELTS exam, you'll also enjoy a movie-based experience to help you understand the context better. So what's special about today's session? We'll combine real listening practice with movie storytelling, which makes the learning process both effective and enjoyable. As you watch and listen, try to answer the questions just like in a real IELTS test. This will help you get used to the format, improve your vocabulary, and boost your confidence. So, grab a pen and paper, get ready to listen carefully, and most importantly, enjoy the movie while learning. Let's get started.
Part 1. A quiet town with a big problem. The movie Tremors starts in a small, quiet town called Perfection Valley. It is in Nevada, in the middle of a desert. Not many people live there, only about 14 people. 2 men, Val and Earl, work in the town. They are handymen. That means they fix things, build things, and do small jobs for people. Val is young and a little lazy. Earl is older and smarter. They are good friends and work together every day. Val and Earl are tired of living in perfection. They think there is nothing exciting there. They want to leave and find better jobs in a bigger town. One morning, they pack their things and drive away. But on the way out, they see something strange. A man who lives on a farm is dead. He climbed up a tall electric pole and died there. The doctor says he was too scared to come down. This is very strange. Val and Earl feel something is wrong, but they do not know what it is. Later, they find more strange things. They see a man buried in the sand. Only his head is above the ground. The police think it was an accident. But Val and Earl do not believe it. Then they see that the phone lines are not working. They cannot call anyone for help. The roads out of town are also blocked by rocks. It looks like something very big pushed the rocks down. Now no one can leave perfection. While driving, Val and Earl feel their truck hit something soft under the ground. It stops the truck. When they look behind, they see a big, strange creature. It is long, like a snake, and has no eyes. It also has 3 small snake-like tongues that move fast. This is the first time they see the monster. They take part of it back to town to show everyone. The people in Perfection are scared. They understand now that something dangerous is living under the ground. They don't know how many monsters there are or where they come from. A young scientist named Rhonda is in the desert, studying the earth. She tells Val and Earl that the ground has been shaking a lot in the past few days. These are not earthquakes. The monsters are moving underground and making the earth shake. Rhonda, Val, and Earl understand that the monsters move under the ground and can hear people walking. If someone walks or makes a sound, the monsters come quickly. They are very fast and strong. They can pull people into the ground and kill them. Everyone in town is in danger. Now, Val, Earl, and the other people in Perfection must find a way to stay safe. They need to learn more about the monsters. They need a plan to stop them. But the monsters are smart, and they are getting closer.
IELTS Listening Test Section 1. You will hear a conversation between a man and a woman. They are talking about a job in a small town. First, look at questions 1 to 5. You will have time to read the questions. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Hello, this is Val. I'm calling from Perfection Valley.
Hi, Val. I hear you and your friend are looking for work. Can you tell me where the job is?
Sure, the job is in a small desert town. The name is Perfection Valley. There aren't many people here. Only 14, I think.
Okay, I will write that. And what is the job type?
It's a simple job. My friend Earl and I work as handymen. We fix fences, pipes, and clean trash.
Great. And what's your full name?
My full name is Valentine McKee, but people just call me Val.
Got it, Valentine McKee. And can I have your phone number?
Sure, it's 705-642-1990.
One more thing, Val. What's the weather like in Perfection?
It's very hot and dry. We live in the desert, you know.
Now listen to more of the conversation. The man talks about strange things in the town. Look at questions 6 to 8. Now answer questions 6 to 8.
Do you enjoy your job?
Sometimes. But now something strange is happening here.
Oh, what is it?
We found a man who died on top of a power pole. He was too scared to come down. Very strange, right?
That sounds scary.
It is. And then we found another man buried in the ground. Only his head was showing.
That's terrible. What did you do next?
We tried to drive out of town, but big rocks blocked the road. We can't leave.
Now listen to the final part of the conversation. They talk about a monster in the desert. Look at questions 9 and 10. Now answer questions 9 and 10.
So what do you think is happening?
We saw something under our truck. It looked like a big snake, but it had no eyes. We found out it's a monster.
A monster?
Yes, it moves under the ground and eats people.
That's very scary. What are you gonna do?
We don't know yet, but we must find a way to stop it.
Part 2. The first attack. The people of Perfection Valley are now very scared. Val and Earl show the piece of the monster they found to the other townspeople. Everyone is shocked. They have never seen anything like it before. Rhonda, the young scientist, tells them that the creature is not in any books. She thinks it may be a new type of animal. She says it is big, lives underground, and follows sound. Rhonda, Val, and Earl want to learn more about the monster. They go out together to check her tools in the desert. These tools measure small shakes in the ground. The shakes have been happening more and more. Rhonda believes there are more monsters under the ground, not just one. While they are walking, something scary happens. One of the monsters starts to chase them under the ground. It is very fast. They run to some big rocks. The monster cannot climb rocks, so they are safe for now. They stay on the rocks for a long time. They wait until the monster goes away. Later, Rhonda gets an idea. She sees her car far away. She runs to it and brings it back. Val and Earl jump in. They are all safe now. They drive back to town and tell the others. Now everyone knows for sure. The monsters are real, and there is more than one. Back in Perfection, 2 people named Nestor and Melvin are worried. Nestor wants to leave the town fast. He tries to drive away in his trailer, but the road is still blocked. The monster comes and pulls the trailer underground. Nestor dies. Melvin sees it and runs back very afraid. Now the townspeople try to make a plan. Bert and Heather, a married couple, have many guns. They live in a strong house. They think they can fight the monsters. Bert says he will stay and protect his home. But Val and Earl think that staying is dangerous. That day, the monsters attack again. They go under houses and try to pull people out. One monster comes to Bert and Heather's home, but Bert is ready. He and Heather shoot at the monster with many guns. After a long fight, they kill it. It is the first time a person kills one of the monsters. This gives everyone hope. Rhonda says there are still 3 more monsters. They are getting smarter. Now they know how to break houses and avoid traps. The people understand that they cannot hide anymore. They need to find a safe place where the monsters can't reach them. Someone suggests going to the mountains. The town decides to escape using a big bulldozer and trailer. It can go slowly but safely over the land. They begin to prepare for the trip. But the monsters are close. Time is running out. Will they make it?
You will hear a tour guide talking about strange events that happened in Perfection Valley. The guide will describe how local people tried to escape underground monsters. Choose the correct answer, A, B, or C for each question. You now have some time to look at questions 11 to 15. Now listen and answer questions 11 to 15.
Welcome everyone to Perfection Valley. Today, I'll tell you about what happened here many years ago, when strange underground creatures attacked the town. Many people worked together to survive this danger. Let's begin with how they found the creatures. Rhonda, a young scientist, had been studying the ground for a few weeks. She noticed something very unusual. She saw the ground shaking more than normal, but it wasn't an earthquake. Something big was moving under the earth. Next, Rhonda, Val, and Earl went out to check the machines. While they were walking, one of the creatures came towards them. They ran to some large rocks to escape. They stayed on the rocks for many hours. The creature could not climb up, so they were safe. Later, Rhonda helped them escape using her car. They returned to town and warned everyone. Now, let's talk about what happened next. Nestor tried to run away in his trailer, but it didn't go well. Sadly, Nestor did not survive. The monster pulled his trailer under the sand. Let's move on to Bert and Heather. They were ready to fight. They had many weapons in their basement. They stayed calm and used many guns to stop the creature. It was the first time anyone had killed one. Finally, the town made a new plan. They decided to escape using a large machine. They thought the bulldozer was strong enough to carry everyone over the desert.
IELTS Listening Test Section 2, questions 16 to 20. You will now match each person with what they did during the monster attacks. Choose the correct letter from A to E for questions 16 to 20. You may use each letter only once. First, you have some time to look at questions 16 to 20.
Let's now match each person to their action during the monster attacks. Rhonda used special tools to study the earth. She saw the ground shaking before anyone else noticed the danger. Nestor tried to leave the town quickly. He used his trailer to escape, but the creature found him. Bert was well prepared. When the monster came to his home, he fought bravely and won. Val and his friends used a car to escape from the rocks. Rhonda drove, but Val helped everyone stay safe. Earl worked with Val and the others to make a plan. He helped get the bulldozer ready for escape.
That is the end of section 2. Let's continue with our story.
Part 3. The Escape Plan. The people of Perfection Valley are running out of time. The underground monsters are getting smarter and more dangerous. The group knows they cannot stay in town. They must find a way to escape. Val, Earl, and the others plan to use a bulldozer with a large trailer. This trailer can carry people and move over the rough desert land. They think it will be safe because the monsters can't pull it underground like cars or trucks. Bert and Heather bring food, water, and tools. Everyone works together to get ready. While they are packing, Rhonda explains something important. She says the monsters are hunting by listening. They can hear every sound on the ground. That is how they find people. So everyone must be very quiet during the escape. The group starts their journey. They move slowly across the desert. At first, everything goes well. The monsters do not attack. The bulldozer is too heavy for them to stop. The people feel a little bit safer now. But after some time, the monsters come back. They make traps underground. One of them digs a deep hole in front of the bulldozer. The machine falls into the trap and stops working. Everyone is very scared. Val quickly makes a new plan. He sees some big rocks nearby. He tells everyone to run to the rocks. The group runs fast while the monsters chase them. Some people almost fall, but they all reach the rocks safely. Now they are trapped again. The monsters cannot climb the rocks, but they also do not leave. The group is tired and worried. They do not have much food or water. They know they can't stay on the rocks forever. Then Val has a brave idea. He remembers that the monsters only hear sound. If someone makes a loud noise in one place, the monster will go there. Val wants to use this trick. He plans to make the monster chase him so he can lead it away from the others. Rhonda and Earl do not like the idea. It is too dangerous. But Val says he must try. He runs across the desert and makes noise by jumping and shouting. The monster follows him quickly. Val runs toward a cliff, a big drop in the land. At the last moment, Val jumps to the side. The monster does not stop. It goes too fast and falls off the cliff. It crashes on the rocks below and dies. Everyone is happy and amazed. Val's plan worked. Now only one monster is left. But the last one is scared. It leaves and does not come back. The people are safe now. They smile and hug each other. They fought hard and worked together. Perfection Valley is quiet again, but no one will forget what happened.
IELTS Listening Section 3. Now listen to a conversation between two survival experts discussing how the people of Perfection Valley escaped from the underground creatures. You will hear two parts. In the first part, answer questions 21 to 25, which are sentence completion. In the second part, answer questions 26 to 30, which are based on a table. You now have time to look at questions 21 to 25. Complete the sentences below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. You will hear a conversation between two survival experts. discussing how a group of people escaped from underground monsters in Perfection Valley. Based on what you hear, complete the sentences with appropriate information.
So, let's talk about the escape plan. The people in Perfection Valley were in real trouble. The monsters were getting smarter, and they needed to act fast.
That's right. The group came up with a bold idea. They decided to use a bulldozer and connect it to a big flat trailer.
Exactly. The bulldozer was heavy, so the monsters couldn't pull it underground like they did with trucks.
Before leaving, they packed tools, water, and food for the trip. They didn't know how long it would take.
Bert also brought a few weapons just in case. A deep hole in the sand.
The most important part was staying quiet. Rhonda said the monsters hunt by hearing vibrations, so they had to move very carefully.
At first, the bulldozer moved smoothly across the desert, but later, the monsters made a trap.
After that, Val saw some large rocks nearby and told everyone to run there. The monsters couldn't reach them there.
You will now hear more details about what each person in Perfection Valley did during the escape. You now have time to look at questions 26 to 30. Look at the table and complete the missing information about their actions and the results. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
Let's now look at what each person did during the escape. Rhonda stayed calm and helped the team by driving the truck away from danger during an earlier attack. Bert used weapons when a monster broke into his house. He and Heather were very prepared. Val created a plan to make the last monster fall off a cliff. He was brave and smart. Earl helped pack the trailer and bring supplies for the escape. He also stayed positive the whole time. Nestor sadly did not survive. He tried to escape in his trailer, but the monster attacked before he got far.
That is the end of section 3. Now let's proceed with the story.
Part 4. Safe at last. After Val's brave plan works and the monster falls off the cliff, the people of Perfection Valley feel safer. They are still standing on the big rocks. Everyone is tired, but they are also very happy. They know they beat the monsters. Rhonda checks her tools again. She says there are no more movements under the ground. This means the last monster has gone far away. The danger is over. Everyone can go back to town now. The group walks back slowly. They are careful, but the ground is quiet. There is no sign of any more creatures. When they reach the town, they look around. Many buildings are broken. The ground is damaged in many places. But the people are safe, and that's the most important thing. Bert and Heather go to their house. Their walls are still strong. They say they will fix everything. They are proud because they helped fight the monsters. Melvin, the young boy, is happy too. He was scared before, but now he feels brave. He even jokes and says, "Let's do it again." Everyone laughs. They are finally relaxed. Val and Earl talk about what happened. They say it was crazy, but they are proud of what they did. They worked together, saved lives, and didn't give up. Then Val and Rhonda have a quiet moment. Val says thank you to Rhonda. He says she was smart and brave. Rhonda smiles and thanks him too. She says she couldn't have done it without him. For a moment, they just look at each other. Earl watches them and smiles. He whispers, "Come on, Val, say something nice." Val is shy, but then he walks up to Rhonda. He says, "So, maybe we could go get lunch sometime?" Rhonda laughs and says, "I'd like that." Earl claps and says, "Finally!" The camera shows the valley one more time. The sun is shining. Everything is peaceful again. The story ends with a good feeling. The people are stronger now. They faced something scary and survived. Back in town, people start to clean up. They fix broken things. Life slowly goes back to normal. But everyone knows that things will never be the same. They learned something important. Working together is the best way to solve a big problem. And what about the monsters? Rhonda says maybe scientists will come one day to study them. She says it's possible the creatures lived underground for millions of years. No one knows where they came from or if more will return. But for now, the town is safe. The movie ends with music playing and people smiling. Val, Earl, Rhonda, and the others look strong and proud. They are no longer just normal people. They are heroes of Perfection Valley.
IELTS Listening Section 4. You will hear a university lecture divided into 2 parts. In the first part, a geology professor explains how seismology helps scientists detect underground activity. In the second part, the speaker discusses how mythical underground creatures have been represented in stories and popular culture. You will answer questions 31 to 40. Part 1. Questions 31 to 35. Multiple choice. Choose the correct letter, A, B, or C. You now have time to look at questions 31 to 35. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 35.
Today, we begin with an introduction to seismology, the study of earthquakes and ground movement. Seismologists use instruments, like seismographs, to record the intensity and direction of vibrations in the Earth's crust. These vibrations can be natural, like those caused by earthquakes, or artificial, such as from explosions or heavy machinery. Understanding these waves helps scientists predict and prepare for geological events. Vibrations travel in different ways through rock, soil, and sand. Loose, dry sand can absorb energy quickly, while hard rock allows vibrations to travel farther. Seismologists often study areas with unusual ground activity. For example, in desert regions, vibrations from vehicles or equipment may resemble weak seismic waves, but they are not dangerous. To gather accurate data, scientists place sensors deep in the ground. These sensors can detect even the smallest tremors, including those caused by animals or weather changes. Modern technology has helped a lot. Today, even remote locations can send real-time data to labs using satellites and internet connections.
That is the end of Section 4, Part 1. Part 2, Questions, 36 to 40. You will now hear the second part of the lecture. The speaker will talk about different underground creatures from myths and popular stories. Match each feature or description, questions 36 to 40, with the correct creature from the list A to E. Write the correct letter, AE, next to each question. You may use each letter only once. You now have some time to look at questions 36 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 36 to 40.
In the second part of today's lecture, let's explore how fictional underground creatures have evolved in stories and films. These creatures often reflect human fears about what lies beneath the surface of the earth. Let's start with the troll. In Old Norse myths, trolls lived in caves or deep forests. In modern stories, they often guard hidden places or wait under bridges. Then we have the worm, not the small garden type, but the ancient mythical version. Long, dragon-like creatures believed to live under hills or deserts, shaking the earth as they move. Next is the minotaur, a half-man, half-bull creature. It lived in a maze underground. The story is from ancient Greek mythology and represents being lost or trapped. Then there's the chupacabra, a modern legend from Latin America. Some believe it hides underground or in abandoned areas, attacking farm animals at night. Finally, we have the graboid, a fictional creature made famous by movies. It hunts by sensing ground vibrations and moves completely underground, grabbing its prey from below.
Thank you for completing the listening test. If you're not currently one of my students but have answered all the questions and would like feedback, please feel free to contact me through the social media link provided on my YouTube channel. I'll be happy to evaluate your answers and share an estimated band score with you. For my offline and online students, we will now move on to a vocabulary test based on the movie. We'll explore some useful vocabulary from the film and learn additional new words. These will be integrated into your next speaking session, where I'll assign a relevant topic to help you apply the vocabulary effectively, just as you would in an actual IELTS speaking test. I look forward to working with you on improving your skills.